Red Hat has introduced generative AI capabilities for its OpenShift platform, enabling IT teams to manage Kubernetes clusters more efficiently. The new feature, OpenShift Lightspeed, integrates with various large language models to assist users with tasks through a chat interface. This AI driven approach is expected to reduce the cognitive load on DevOps teams by simplifying operations, making Kubernetes management accessible to a broader range of IT professionals. For more on this story, I'd like to turn it over to our colleague, Mike Vizard, for more information.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. This is the beginning of the GenAI journey when it relates to Kubernetes because it's early days. What they're doing essentially is taking a lot of the complex documentation for the product and putting that into an LLM to make it easier to figure out what people should be doing next while they're managing the platform. It's not quite the same thing as using GenAI to manage the underlying clusters itself, but we're moving in that general direction, as we can see. In IBM's case, it's a bifurcated approach. There's Lightspeed for OpenShift, which is a GenAI platform, for specifically that platform. The management layer of the underlying clusters might actually show up in Ansible, which has its own GenAI capability as well. And I think this is still a work in progress. It's important to note this is not the only platform that has this kind of capability. We're seeing there's a couple of open source projects floating around the Kubernetes community itself. We've seen Rafe has a Copilot capability in their Kubernetes platform. So this is going to be a major trend in the sense that it should make the platform more accessible. I don't have to necessarily be a brilliant software engineer that knows everything about every script and every YAML file required for Kubernetes. I can actually find the platform more accessible, if you would, in the sense that I can have a mere mortal IT administrator who might be, reasonably skilled to manage the platform, and that's going to be huge for folks because one of the limiting factors in Kubernetes has just been the lack of skills and the lack of folks who have the knowledge required to not only manage Kubernetes, but the entire stack that sits above it. I think as we go along here, we'll get to the point soon where there'll be more natural delegation of tasks between software engineers and DevOps engineers who have a lot of skills and IT administrators who typically manage things through a graphical interface. I think the GUI products will get smarter, infused with AI, and will enable a lot of tasks to be offloaded to those, which will be great because the software engineers are, shall we say, inundated with tasks. A lot of them are low level. They are not a lot of fun to do. And over time, you keep writing all these scripts for these things, the level of toil and the level of burnout increases to the point where you're just not having as much fun doing the job as you were. So my opinion, rather than worrying about whether AI is going to take the job or not, I think a lot of people are moving down the path to say, I don't really want to do this job without AI because, well, it's just going to be a pain in the butt. Tom, I'm going to kick it back to you.